showing no bias for any organization, industry, or party. This is the NoBS World News.
Good day, Americans. Time now for news. President Donald Trump announced plans today to create a task force and commission to protect Christians and other religious groups from being discriminated against within the federal government. The Civil Rights Act protects federal employees from discrimination based on religion. However, the new executive order, the president said, ensures the law is upheld by creating a commission on religious liberty. And Attorney General Pam Bondi will lead a task force to support that commission. The president made these remarks this morning at Washington, D.C.'s National Prayer Breakfast near the U.S. Capitol. Speaking of breakfast, the rising cost of eggs is forcing Waffle House to increase prices on its most popular menu item. However, the Georgia-based chain told reporters yesterday that its 50-cent per egg surcharge is only temporary, pending the eradication of HPAI. HPAI, highly pathogenic avian influenza, is more commonly known as bird flu. The U.S. Department of Agriculture says a second strain of bird flu has been found in dairy cattle, this time in northern Nevada, marking the first confirmed infections of this strain in cows. More than 957 U.S. dairy herds have tested positive for various strains of the virus since cattlemen first reported the infection in March of last year. 36 cases have been confirmed in the last 30 days, primarily in cattle grazing in California and Nevada. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention also confirmed 64 human cases of bird flu, including a January death here in Louisiana. The United States Treasury Department today imposed new sanctions on an international oil network for shipping hundreds of millions of dollars in oil to China for the benefit of Iran's military. Regarding the Treasury Department, the U.S. Department of Justice answered a lawsuit filed yesterday by limiting the Department of Government Efficiency's access to the Treasury Department's federal payment system. The lawsuit filed by Federal Workers Union asserted that accessing payment data violates federal privacy laws. This week, the Department of Government Efficiency is reviewing payments and contract information from the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services, which oversees health care coverage for 1/3 of the American population. In Argentina yesterday, Manuel Adorni, a spokesman for Argentine President Javier Milei, said his country will follow the United States and withdraw from the World Health Organization. According to Adorni, WHO membership cost Argentina nearly $10 million last year. Reading a statement from Argentine president, Adorni said today, evidence suggests the WHO's prescriptions don't work because they are the result of political influence rather than being based on science. In Los Angeles this morning, Southern California Edison, a utility company, said faulty equipment likely sparked the Hearst fire. Last January, the two massive blazes in that area killed 29 people and destroyed thousands of homes. Philippine Vice President Sara Duterte is facing impeachment after lawmakers voted Wednesday to indict her. Duterte is the daughter of former President Rodrigo Duterte. She is accused of misusing taxpayer money and making death threats against the current president, Ferdinand Bong Bong Marcos Jr. Last night, the state of Texas executed 37-year-old Stephen LaWayne Nelson by lethal injection at the state penitentiary in Huntsville, Texas. Nelson was convicted of killing a pastor during a church robbery that happened in 2011. The State Department of Criminal Justice said Nelson was pronounced dead at 6:50 p.m. Central Standard Time. Tonight, the state of Alabama is scheduled to employ nitrogen gas to execute 51-year-old Demetrius Terrence Frazier for the 1991 rape and murder of 41-year-old Pauline Brown. Court records show Frazier, a stranger, broke into Pauline's apartment, woke her, and demanded money. She gave him $85.53 before he attacked her and shot her. The intruder then prepared food from the victim's kitchen and ate a meal before leaving her apartment. Winter storms are causing flash floods in portions of West Virginia and Kentucky today, while residents of Indiana, southern Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania reported seeing thunder ice, frozen rain mixed in flashes of lightning. And speaking of unusual weather, authorities in Florida are investigating the origins of a large and mysterious chunk of ice. The ice fell from the sky and punched a large hole in a home's metal roof. The Palm Coast Fire Department started their investigation Tuesday night when a caller reported multiple pieces of ice scattered across the roadway in addition to the chunk that punctured her neighbor's roof. And finally tonight, I gotta tell you about a lucky man in Warren, Michigan. We'll call him Bob. Last month, Bob bought a handful of scratch-off lottery tickets at his local Stop and Go. As often happens, he scratched away only to find duds, which Bob dropped onto the floorboard of his car. Monday, he was cleaning out his car and noticed a scratch-off game he didn't quite understand. Before tossing it in the trash bin with the others, Bob decided to scan it back at the local Stop and Go. I can't share Bob's real name because Bob's phone hasn't stopped buzzing since his bank account grew by $4 million. And that's today's NoBS World News. I'm H.L. Arledge. And for Thursday, February 6, 2025, that's the way it is.